The Shipley and McAfee Assessment of Stuttering and Cluttering is a non-standardized criterion reference test that evaluates a client for disfluent speech. Fluent speech flows in a rhythmic, smooth, and effortless manner. Disfluencies are disruptions of fluid speech. This assessment aims to discern whether a presenting problem is a true disorder or a case of normal disfluency. It analyzes factors such as disfluency indexes, associated motor behaviors, physiological factors, rates of speech, feelings, and attitudes to speech.
This assessment includes a history of the client in order to establish baselines. A written case history is collected, followed by an information gang interview and information from other professionals. Contributing factors such as medical or neurological factors and family history are also considered. The assessment of the actual stuttering and cluttering identifies different types of disfluencies and establishes the client's goals for therapy using screening, speech sampling, and stimulability. An oral facial exam, hearing assessment, and speech and language assessment might also be included.
Brianna Lopez is a 5-year-old girl who speaks both English and Spanish at home. Her mother is an interior designer and her father is a librarian. She lives with her parents and paternal grandmother. Brianna's maternal grandfather had a stutter throughout his life, and just last year, his stutter disappeared. Her birth and childhood was typical and unremarkable, as was her motor development. Per parent report, Brianna began stuttering when she was 2 years old after a visit with her maternal grandfather. Her kindergarten teacher has reported Brianna's reticence during class activities. Brianna frequently exhibits part word, whole word, phrase repetitions, and sound syllable prolongations, especially in the context of unexpected questions and novel situations.
The parental speech chart can be used to establish a baseline in order to know where and how to begin therapy. The chart can also be used as a part of the initial interview. The parent or caregiver can use the chart to recall any questions they have for the speech-language pathologist. Rapport can be established through the chart because it gives the parent or caregiver an open forum for discussing their concerns. This chart is also helpful in gauging the parent or caregiver's feelings about their child's disfluency.
Hi, I'm back with the parental speech chart.
Okay.
I have a few questions for you. So a little backstory. My daughter began stuttering a few years ago.
Okay.
This happened after she visited my father's house. And so off of that, my father actually had stuttering. And he had that for years. I remember being a child and hearing him stutter.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago, he actually stopped stuttering. It completely disappeared. So me and my husband thought that Brianna's disorder or her stuttering would stop, and it didn't. So that's why we brought her here.
Mm-hmm.
But my actual question is if stuttering is contagious.
So stuttering isn't actually contagious in the way that you would think of a cold or any sort of sickness. It's actually not contagious at all. And I'm going to be honest with you, the research that's out right now about stuttering is kind of inconclusive. But what we do know is that it can be something you're born with,
Mm-hmm.
or it could be something that just comes out of the blue. But what I do know is that I'm going to help you, and I'm going to help improve Brianna's speech.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want you to know that also it's not something that you or your husband did wrong. Mm-hmm. You guys are perfectly capable parents, mm-hmm. as I can see. And you've actually taken a really great step in bringing Brianna to therapy.
Oh, thank you so much. That I've been living with this guilt for a while now. That really helps. Thank you.
The Assessment of Associated Motor Behaviors checklist is designed to help identify extraneous movements. The form lists the most common behaviors. It is not an exhaustive list of every behavior that can occur. It is important for the client to recognize these displays of tension because they may be causing the client a great deal of discomfort in their daily life. These associated motor behaviors could possibly lead to social anxiety and reticence in social situations. Okay, Brianna, so tell me a little bit about what you did this weekend.
I went to my best friend's birthday party, and we went to the bowling alley.
Really?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you get any strikes?
I don't think so. No. I did get high scores though.
Great.
Yeah.
And what did you have at the bowling alley to eat?
I had pizza and cake.
What kind of flavor cake was it?
Chocolate.
Oh, chocolate.
Yeah, my favorite.
That's your favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, mine too. What kind of toppings were on your pizza?
I really liked pepperoni. Yeah. And I had 2 slices of pizza. One pepperoni and one cheese.
Wow, sounds really good. I'm getting hungry now.
Me too.
What did you buy your friend for her birthday?
She really likes Build-A-Bear. So I bought her a bear. It was rainbow.
Rainbow.
And I called it Rainbow.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Assessment of Associated Motor Behaviors Checklist is Form 10-4 in the Shipley and McAfee's Assessment of Stuttering and Cluttering. On this form, the clinician fills in the top with the client's name and age, the clinician's name, and the date. The form is divided into sections. Each section describes actions associated with various areas of the body, from the eyes to the legs. It is conveniently ordered from the most superior body part to the most inferior, which makes organization easy. In the left column, the clinician marks whether the particular associated motor behavior is actually exhibited. And in the right column, the clinician describes the behaviors being exhibited.
The fluency charting grid is a method for identifying and quantifying disfluencies. Calculating the disfluency index organizes the raw data from the disfluency charting grid.
Okay, Brianna, so now I'm going to have you read a passage for me, and I want you to just read this to me as you would read it in school, okay?
Oh, okay.
This one right here.
When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act as a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is the division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long, round arch with its path high above and its 2 ends apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at one end. People look, but no one ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond his reach, his friends say he is looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Throughout the centuries, people have explained the rainbow in various ways. Some have accepted it as a miracle without physical explanation. To the Hebrews, it was a token that there would be no more universal floods. The Greeks used to imagine that it was a sign from the gods to foretell war or heavy rain. The Norsemen considered the rainbow as a bridge over which the gods passed from Earth to their home in the sky. Others have tried to explain the phenomenon physically. Aristotle thought that the rainbow was caused by reflection of the sun's rays by the rain. Since then, physicists have found that it is not reflection, but refraction by the raindrops, which causes the rainbows. Many complicated ideas about the rainbow have been formed. The difference in the rainbow depends considerably upon the size of the drops and the width of the colored band. Colored band increases as the size of the drops increases. The actual primary rainbow observed is said to be the effect of superimposition of a number of bows. If the red of the second bow falls upon the green of the first, the result is to give a bow with an abnormally wide yellow band, since red and green light, when mixed, form yellow. This is a very common type of bow, one showing mainly red and yellow, with little or no green or blue.
Use the fluency charting grid to count the total number of disfluent and fluent productions. The clinician must make an appropriate mark in each square on the grid, using a symbol for every word uttered to indicate the type of disfluency present. The major categories of disfluencies listed on the form are represented by an asterisk for no disfluency, an R for repetitions, a P for prolongations, an I for interjections, an SP for silent pauses, a BW for broken words, an INC for incomplete phrases, and an REV for revisions.
To calculate the disfluency index, count the total number of words in the speech sample. Following this, count the total number of disfluencies. Divide the total number of disfluencies by the total number of words. Turn the decimal you receive into a percentage. This percentage is the total disfluency index.
Another fun way to get a language sample is through singing songs, and you might be surprised by your results. So your mom told me that you like to sing.
Yeah, I really do.
And what's your favorite song to sing?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Oh, okay, can you show me how you sing that?
Sure. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
That sounded beautiful.
Thank you!